Okay, so we are at 479 Lenoir Street in Port Charlotte. This is a three bedroom, 2-bathroom home, newly listed today, 1,320 square foot. This house is on a oversized corner lot. Home was built in 1988. The general location of this Lenoir Street is off of Lakeview Road. We're roughly, I don't know, maybe about 2 miles from Home Depot and Lowe's. About 2 miles from the Port Charlotte Town Center Mall. About 1.5 miles from Port Charlotte High School. Probably 1 mile from Highway 41, roughly at what they would call Murdoch. So midway in 41. One of the things you'll notice about this house as we go through this tour is recently replaced roof. This home is going to have a new screen lanai installed. It's under contract. It's a pool home. Nice little center island here in the middle of the front yard. It's lightly landscaped. It can easily be brought back to life. No problems. Bird of paradise, a couple of bigby palms, some lilies there. It's quite a bit of 1.5-inch river rock. So that could be all cleaned up very easily with just some supplemental rock. Nice big driveway. You see some cracking in the driveway here. That's pretty normal for a home this age. Those can be sealed, and this could be stained. The driveway could be stained a nice slate gray color to match the house, kind of give that some new life. Looks like they've had a new garage door installed, new coach lights. I'm guessing all of these repairs have been made after the hurricane due to Hurricane Ian. There's a couple of really old boxwood plants here that could just be ripped out, made to disappear. Nice little raised bed. You could almost envision some plants there and nothing here. New garage door. The window is cracked. Okay. Essentially, this house is being sold as is. So if it goes under contract, there's going to be no repairs made other than what's already been contracted through the insurance settlement, and the only thing left on that is the pool cage. Outdated Bahia lawn, that's not a big deal. In the summertime, this will be green as heck. You'll get tired of mowing it. You'll be just kind of mowing green weeds and kind of grass, like a salad mix. But there's enough here that when it warms up and we get into rainy season, this will all bounce back. It's going to need a pretty thorough cleaning. There are shingles. I'm guessing there's nails in here, strewn about everywhere. A couple more raised little planters here. This was the style when they designed this house in the late 80s. So these could have some nice plants in them. Most of these houses from this builder have that flat stone rock somewhere in the front. Mine does too. Looks like we've had new window installed right here in the front. I'm guessing that got broken during the hurricane. All the other windows on the house seem to be older. It's an old hibiscus tree. It's going to have nice pink flowers on it. More of those boxwoods here in this corner. Again, I think this would be something that you just pull out and you could put a new palm tree or something in the corner. Let's get a look at the roof line. Looks like they did a nice job on the roof. This house will need gutters. Here we have some of the older windows. out and then open up. 1 and 2, those are the bedrooms. You'll see when we get inside, the carpets have been replaced and the exterior of the house is freshly painted. The interior of the house has been freshly painted, but it still needs some updates, and we'll go through those as we come in. So we get to the backyard. This is that oversized corner lot. Property goes right to that telephone pole. So the yard gets small here. You know, you put a fence in here, you're going to have a triangular shaped chunk of yard. Neighbors' houses on both sides are also being repaired. Looks like this area got hit really hard. So here you have covered porch, and then what they would have had this big pool screen all the way around the house. So that's coming. And lots of nice landscaping opportunities around this, but all of it's old and tired and been beaten up. Looks like both neighbors are still waiting on roofs. This neighbor right here, the inside of her house is being gutted. I'll take you around the pool as we go inside. Property gets much larger on this side. You got that back power pole. You can see where a fence would go right here, and then you have like a triangular chunk of land, and then over there would be another triangular chunk, but it would be a tight fit along the property line right off that palm tree. That's where you'd be putting your fence, right along here. So it narrows out right here, but then opens up nicely and opens up nicely over there, but then you'd have a large chunk here with the fence line. So it's a good sized piece of property. This house has been updated with a pump station, which hooks it to the city water, I believe. So it's now bypassed the septic, I believe. I'll have to check more into that. It's written in the listing. Here's your pool pump equipment. I could not get the pool to operate on my own. I'm hesitant to play around much more with all the buttons there. I fear that something's not working properly. But nothing here amazes me, pool equipment wise. This is definitely going to need somebody to come in, play with. Some of this looks old, some of it looks fine. I think the pump looks fine. The piping looks fine, but some of this electrical, I don't know what this is. I can't tell because it's been masked off by the painters. This is your automatic on and off for the pool. The pool is currently on, and it's not running. Underneath here would be your on-off switch, override, and that is on. So the fact that the pool is not running indicates that there's something going on. A little bit of fascia that's fallen down. Again, freshly painted. You can hear the air conditioner. Okay, now notice I put my hand on top of there and it quieted down. It's just much more like you'd want to hear that air conditioner run. As soon as I let go of it, it's vibrating right here somewhere. I put some weight back on it and it goes down. So somewhere there needs to be something tightened up in here. But it does look like the air conditioner's running just fine when I put my hand on it. You can hear it doesn't make too bad of a noise. So that needs a little something, but looks minor to me. Service door looks like it's in good shape. And again, we're back to the front yard. Let me take you into the house here, and we'll take a quick tour. So far, we're off to a good start. This house definitely looks livable. It's nice to have this front screened-in entryway. This could all be painted up. There's a little hole down there. So this will be a rescreen right there, this section. Door works fine. That's in good shape. And then here you have this nice screened-in entryway, which is great. Take your shoes off, you know, outside. Greet your guests. Gives you a little distance between someone and the door. Again, new coach lights to match the garage. Front door's been freshly painted. Looks great. Okay, let's go on inside. All right. As we step into the main part of the house, double doors that go out to the lanai, the screened-in lanai portion. This would be for your kitchen table. This would be your living room. So I have that open concept, split home. So your master's going to be over here, extra bedrooms over there. It gives you some distance from your guests. Freshly painted inside and out. Nice soft gray, white trim. Ceiling's been redone. It's all done from insurance. New fan. That's nice. That's a $400, $500 fan. A little bit more with installation. New light fixture above the kitchen. What would be their kitchen table. Of course, already that faceplate's come down, so you know that'd be a job to do. Just get up on a ladder and resecure that. You probably notice those did not get replaced. Insurance won't cover those. They'll have the drywall all done, but those really should be pulled down and replaced with something fresh and white. Here you have your air conditioner. That would be where you put your vent, your air conditioning filter. And again, that's ugly, dirty. It's either going to need to be painted nice and white or replaced. The thermostat, it's wiggly. It's going to have to be addressed. Not a big deal. You probably want to put a digital one on there, make it a smart home. That's an option, but that's got to be addressed. You'll notice the outlets throughout the house. There's going to need to be electrical work done here in order to get insurance. So, you know, a cash buyer can buy this house. This house, as I said before, is 100% livable. So this is a house that you could live in and work on at the same time. But in order to get fully insured on this house, you know, rather quickly, electrical, plumbing issues will have to be taken care of in order to bind an insurance policy. So it's just something to think about. So you have the original countertops, laminate, small-ish kitchen, but it's doable. Notice the transition with the tile. So we have new and old tile. So it would look really nice. You know, you could probably even keep the bases and put new doors on and put a nice piece of granite or something on that if you wanted. The cupboards look like they're in decent shape. I got up underneath this sink earlier, and other than just needing a cleaning, you know, everything looks fairly decent underneath here. There is not a garbage grinder, but one can be installed. There is an outlet for it right there. Doesn't look like there's been a lot of past water damage. There's a little bit, but nothing that's going to compromise these cabinets. Have a stainless steel double sink, but again, this is original with the house. You know, and here's your outlets here that, you know, you're going to need to have a GFCI breaker on this line installed somewhere. Okay, so we got to get that taken care of to get insurance. Sometimes you can bind an insurance policy and they'll give you 60 days to get all this taken care of. This window doesn't work great. It goes up and down, but it does wobble right here on these tracks. So you have to be gentle with it. This is supposed to be a pass through, so you'd be cooking your food and putting it through the window here, exchanging it to your guests or whoever out on your lanai. I did notice there's a crack right here, and this moves. You can see it more right there. So that needs to be fixed, and that would be done with a kitchen remodel, but in the time being, same over here. You know, this is loose. This window hits this ledge right here. When you lift it up, it wants to go off to the left a little bit, and it hits on here. I'm sure that's why some of the damage is caused, but that's a window replacement at the very least. But I would think that all the windows in this house eventually would need to be replaced. You have your base grade stove. I'm not even confident that this works. That certainly doesn't give me a lot of faith that I would want to cook anything on this. So, stove replacement. At best, this is a beer fridge. There's absolutely nothing glamorous about this refrigerator other than it works. You know, put that in the garage for Gatorade. But so far there's nothing that scares me. I can tell you that as I walk right here, I occasionally hear a small cracking, mostly right in this area, which just tells me that some of the grout or the mastic, whatever it is that holds that down, is, you know, starting to come loose. It's not the end of the world, but you know, these are all things that you have to consider when you're making your purchase decision. Here you have nice sliding glass door. Now, I could not get this door open. I've fiddled with it, I've pushed on it, and it does not open, and I think it's by design. I don't think that this door works. The only reason I tell you that is, you can go through the master bedroom door I have open, does work, but that's a $2,000 door, okay? Could be a $500 repair to have a door guy come out and repair it, but you know, that's something you have to consider. I have these exact same original doors on my 1989 house that's built by this builder. Mine still function. I've never replaced them, but the difference is I can't get these to move, and I'm afraid if I try to open them, they're going to come off the track. So this could definitely use new grout. I think if someone came through here and etched out 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of the grout and re-grouted it, this would look just perfectly wonderful. You know, this is the old 80s style trim, but they've painted it up nice. It looks good. It does not have to be replaced, but you know, you could go with a new 4-inch baseboard if you chose to. It's a little wrinkle in this wall. Hard to see. See those little bubbles? Those are actually bubbles. If I push them in, they move. You know, that's not the end of the world, but it looks like when they taped the wall, they used the paper tape and they didn't get a good seal. And then once they covered it with the paint interacted with the paper and caused it to shrink as it dried, which caused that tape to pull up a little bit. So, one could leave that and never worry about it, or one could improve upon that a little bit. We'll come over here to the 2 bedrooms. The one thing I'm not in love with, you know, and the fact that the insurance company came here, obviously they're just doing whatever they have to do to make the customer whole. But at that point, here you have the old original wood doors. And that looks weird, you know, the brown flat door. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 doors that you need to replace right here in this view, or at the very least pull them off and paint them white. You know, that would suffice. You could pull these off, spray paint them white with like a Wagner power sprayer. That's what I did at my house. Bought me some time. But again, you've got the old style doors. Those are those hollow core doors. They will take a coat of paint though. or you could replace them. Guest bathroom, again, new tile meets old tile. I did not. I'm sorry, I had to walk out of here. I smelled something. Sorry, I'm sniffing. Okay, it's these light bulbs. It's the dust on the light bulbs is starting to get warm. I just wanted to make sure nothing was gonna catch fire in this house. It's a pretty pungent smell, but I'm confident it's the dust on these light bulbs. I didn't see any popping tile on this floor. As I walk around, I don't feel anything. Again, you have those original countertops. This is for mica, and gosh, I forget what they call this. But anyways, all original, ready to be replaced, but functional. I ran the hot water. It's an older toilet. The fittings are good down there. It's not a problem, just, you know, this toilet could be ripped out. Fresh grout could be done in here with a caulk job and you'd be perfectly fine. It's original window, original crank window. And it works. But that's how all the windows in the house are. Okay. This original cast iron tub. Clearly they've made a repair right here. They've used some of that flooring tile. So something back here broke. I'm gonna look when we go back outside to see if there's a faucet. Generally there would be a faucet right there tied into the plumbing here. So something leaked there and that's how they repaired it. I'm gonna tell you this right now, you can shower in this, you could use this, you could re-caulk that, you know, get yourself 6 months of the nice white right there by covering it up with new caulk. But I think at some point in time, you're gonna have these tiles fail. I have these exact same tiles at my house. I had to get rid of mine 3 years ago and just gutted this down to the walls and put new fixtures in and put new tile up. It cost me $2,200, 2 or 3 weekends of my time. But it's probably time for those to go. You can see some caulk failing right there. That's the place where the moisture gets in. So caulk failing right there. So I think this is the more dependable of the 2 bathrooms. The master bathroom needs some work. Okay, we'll go over here to bedroom number 1. Brand new gray carpet. It's been installed very nicely. It looks great. Nice large room. Windows need to be cleaned. They do work, okay? That's good. Looks like they seal up nice. Okay, paint job in here is good. Again, you got that same situation. Everything looks nice and new and clean, and then you got that. So those either need to be pulled down and spray painted or replaced. Older fixture. Doesn't look terrible, but it's missing its cap over the light. And so, you know, there's an expense. Closet doors, pull them off, paint them. I think you're good to go in this room. Looks like the geniuses that hung this door ran out of screws that day. Doesn't surprise me though. Here you go. Second room, slightly smaller. And here you got the doors. That's what I'm talking about. You know, when you look at that, 6-panel doors painted white, then you come over here and you got that. So either you paint these white, you live with it, or you're gonna have to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors, and you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you get the 6 panels, and this is what you get. A nice, more clean, modern look. This looks like a new Hunter fan installed. You know, it's your basic homeowner grade fan, but at least it's new. you can kind of envision all of them matching in the house would be nice. And again, all the outlets probably need to be pulled out one at a time and replaced, you know. But that's stuff that we can do. I do want to point this out as well. Inspector or your insurance company is going to want to see a GFCI right here. So that has to be done. So you either have to pull a permit to do that for the insurance company, or you have to have a licensed electrician put that in, or a licensed contractor put those in order to qualify them for the insurance, okay? So that's the guest side of the house. Now we come over to the master, which looks right off the pool, which is actually pretty cool. But again, another regular old brown door. Again, screw day was, we got 3 out of 6 there. The rest are all done well, so interesting. New carpet, looks great. Same story with the outlets. Here you got the old style fan. So again, they've dropped this, redone the ceiling, and then put the old fan back up, which doesn't make any sense. So here's a fan you gotta buy. Here is one of 6 that we've probably seen in this house, and that one has been painted white. So you can see how much nicer that looks when it's been painted white, okay? Again, here's another door, brown. Large walk-in closet. So this is 4 feet by 5 feet or 4 feet by 6 feet. That's nice. There you got another old cover, old light fixture. But this is nice. Lots of room for storage here with the wire rack. Carpet's done real nice. It's good. Over here to the master bathroom. One more door. Pocket slider. That's hard to pull out of that wall, pocket slider. So you're either gonna have to close that off and put a barn door out here, which would work just fine. Or you're gonna have to shimmy that thing out of here by letting it loose. There's a couple of straps up here that you have to disengage. In order to do that, you've got to pull this molding off. I would suggest doing it from the back side. I'll show you. So you have to remove this piece of molding right here, pull that off, and then remove this piece of molding, pull that off. That gives you enough room to get at the track right here, disengage that door, pull it off, paint it, put it back on. But, you know, something to do. Original medicine cabinet, that's all like a pinkish mauve color. All outdated mirrors, countertop, same toilet. It's like a peachy colored tile. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but you know, this is where I said this is the master bathroom. I think this is the one you're gonna have to nuke. You gotta get rid of this pink tile most likely. You know, you can keep the shower pan and work around it, but let me just show you. We got cracked up tile right there. We've got mildew down there, which means there's moisture getting in there. All sorts of caulk grout missing, caulk along the bottom. Here you got loose tiles. I can push that. That's gonna come out. I could dig that out with a knife, which means there's moisture going back there. That all started with the grout failing. It happened at my house as well. You know, you can caulk that, you can grout it, you can re-glue the tiles, get yourself 6-8 months, maybe a year. But at some point in time, you've got, you know, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 bathroom remodel to do in here between the flooring and pulling this all off, re-sheetrocking it, and you know, make it nice. But it's a nice size shower. It's big. It's clean enough. You know, vanity, new vanity. This is a nice feature. Be able to step out onto the lanai. This door is in great shape. Excellent shape. Beautiful breeze coming through here. So that's a beautiful feature to be able to walk out onto this porch from your bedroom, go swimming, go right into the bathroom. Here we are out onto the lanai. We're having a new pool screen put on here. It's already been contracted. It's just when. Okay, this can all be redone, resurfaced, caulk it, paint it with cement stain, or have it resurfaced. So this is a good space. You can see the damage when that just got ripped off. That's all going to get replaced. So this will remain. This will be the original. The screens are fine. You know, you could have that rescreened if you choose, but you don't need to. Old fan. You can see this is normal. Comes with the rain coming in from the storms. Mine did the same thing. We're just swelled up, but that can easily be replaced when you do the kitchen. Okay. I just don't know what's going on with this pool. This is a gamble. I mean, the pool in itself looks like it's in good shape. I mean, the Marcite looks good. That's a good 8-foot pool, 4-foot on that end. The water's low. You can see where the drain is. It's barely covering the drain. I couldn't get it on. I do see a hole there where the light is. There's a good 4-inch gap right there where the light is. I'm guessing that's where it's leaking. You know, 90% of pool leaks are right here where the filter is, and right there where the light is. So, if that's the case, it's not the end of the world, but you are buying this as is. And, you know, you got to have somebody come out here and address the pool, which we know people. We can get people out here for you. But I don't know if the pool leaks. I don't think that the pool leaks. That's my hunch. My hunch is it's whatever's going on with that light. Okay? The surface of the pool looks pretty good. Now, I got no answers for you for this whole system right here. So, I'm guessing you're in $2,500 for pool repairs, and then if you want the pool heated, you know, you're looking at, you know, a $3,000 to $5,000 pool heat system. But boy, that sure would be nice. Again, the price of this home is pretty reasonable for a 3-2 pool home that's going to have a new roof, a new pool cage. You know, you dump in. We're probably at, I mean, I'm talking high-end grade kitchen, bathroom, pool equipment, pool, a couple of sliders. You might be in at $50,000. And you probably will have equity in this house with those repairs. Let me get this locked here. Okay, we're all locked up. That wasn't too bad. That works just fine. This slider works. I could not get this one open. That doesn't mean it won't open. But man, these things are like old cars. You gotta know how to start them. And my big old sausage fingers, I break stuff, so it doesn't open easy. Leads me to believe it's broke. So there we are, you know. If you're not afraid of the things I've shown you, this is a good one. Turn that light off. Man, this thing stinks. Whatever's going on in there. This is warm. I'm just telling you. It could be the light bulbs. I mean, these are crappy light bulbs, but the wall is not warm. The mirror's not warm. Those things are blazing. So, concerns me a little bit. It's the only place it smells, right there. It smells like you have one of those, you know those old heaters that we used to use? Space heaters that had the little ribbons across the front? It smells like that when you first turn it on, which is that dust smell burning. Here we are in the garage. Nice big garage. It's got the photoelectric eyes. That's important. You know, this isn't a brand new garage door. I told you it was a brand new garage door, but it's not. It's an older door. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it, but it's been repainted on the outside. So it's gonna need a new piece of glass there. It's got a newer garage door opener. It's got the attic staircase. I'm not going up there today. A little bit of tape seams broken there. That's pretty normal for garages in Florida. I haven't gone up there to look at the insulation or anything like that, but I just don't want to push my luck and fall through the roof or anything. I'm not in love with this air conditioning system. It's pumping out cold air, it's working. I can guarantee you it's probably not that efficient, and it looks old. So that's probably an upgrade at some point in time. This water heater looks new-ish. It has some of the right things here with the braided lines. It has the spit valve right there, which is important. It has the pan, but it is not to code because that has to be hardwired into the outlet. So your insurance provider is going to want that done. This washer and dryer just needs to go curbside, so that is not a score with the purchase of this house because these don't even look like they run. However, we do have the braided lines, all that looks fine. Those actually look new. But this looks like a fire hazard. Here we have the old cord manipulated with an RV cord to make it work. That's not gonna fly, but you know, you buy a new washer and dryer, it's all gonna be the right stuff. Service door looks good. Looks like at one point in time they had an old Rainbird system here, but there's no way that works. That is from the 80s. And you have a Siemens style fuse panel. All the fuses are on, so the pool pump is on. I don't know why it's not running, okay? Siemens. You want to check and make sure that that's not one that's going to be required to be changed. I don't think it is, but sometimes these need to be removed and replaced with new ones. So we'll just have to find out. I know those are running to replace those. Those are running $1,200 to $1,600. It's a 6-hour job. But just something to keep in mind, okay? I can't tell you that it needs to be replaced. I'm just telling you that it's a possibility. And we have a nasty beer refrigerator, but we've already covered that with the inside fridge goes out here, that goes to the curb, and some garage storage. So, that's the tour. That is the tour. One last look at the bedrooms. Okay, there we go. I'll get this back to the office, start downloading this, and I'll send you the link. Hope this helps.